everyone, it's Cindy. I'm here to do a little bit of work today on Nedra. So I found a bunch of papers that I want to add to the signatures. I've got some of the signature papers here. And I, this week, finished this new digital kit that is from 1920s Alpine Alpine Blossoms. 1920 Alpine Blossoms is what it's called. It's in my Etsy shop, and it is 6 pages of beautiful blossoms, Alpine blossoms from 1920. So I want to put this kit into this journal. It's going to be quite a botanical journal, which is nice. I don't know, I just feel very botanical about it for some reason. I also found this vintage wrapping paper. It's a really cute little wrapping paper with little bells on it in kind of a grid, and it's pearly. I used it this week. I used one piece of it to wrap a baby sweater and some cookies for our neighbors who have just had a little baby boy. So I thought I would use some of the wrapping paper to actually wrap a gift. I had such fun wrapping the gift too. It was like, I've sort of noticed that now that I'm doing all this stuff with paper, I find gift wrapping a lot more enjoyable. Like, I wrapped it up in this vintage paper, and then I tied, like, you know, torn fabric around it, and then I made my own little handmade card and a little handmade envelope with like handmade paper on the front that I stitched on, and I added a little wax seal with some sparkly bits and waxed it with gold leaf, and that was just a lot of fun. I'm like, wow, gift wrapping is way more fun now. Okay, so then I also have a bunch of papers. These are my dyed papers that I want to use in the book. I like this yellowy tone with a bit of a pink undertone, and then some coffee dye paper. Then I've got some little papers here that were given to me as a nice big box of paper from Nancy at Wishes and Weeds, because she is lovely. And so I want to put these folios in there. These birds are just beautiful. I think they're perfect for the color of the book as well. And then this was actually, I made a journal a while ago, and I had put these papers together to go in the signature, like as another signature, and then I ended up making the signatures so fat that I actually had to remove one. So I thought I would use these papers for this journal if I need more, because they're actually quite perfect for the feel overall of this book. So yeah, we have those on standby if we need them. So I think I'll start by just setting the book aside here and the finished signatures, and we need to trim these down. So let's get the guillotine here. So it's been a nice day today. I'm filming this, and it is a holiday here, and it is the Friday holiday over the Bunny Buns weekend, and we had a nice morning. My husband made chocolate chip pancakes, and we went out to go for a little walk in our big graveyard that we like to walk in, and it's very foresty there. And the kids took their scooters and scooted around, and that was fun. First scoot of the season, and there are all sorts of beautiful crocuses and bluebells and other little flowers coming up. It's really quite nice. And I collected some fallen bark from a certain kind of pine tree that, for whatever reason, I'm forgetting the name of right now. I don't remember. The Alberta pine, maybe? No, I forget. But I've made a journal in the past, and on the cover I used its bark. It was a Release the Craft and Design Team project journal, and I forget which one, which of the like the sacraments of the year it was for. I can't recall, but anyways, yeah, I want to do another bark covered journal in that same sort of style. for another project that I have in mind. I've got like so many things that I want to get into. I'm like trying to just keep myself contained here. Yeah. Lots of projects planned that I'm excited about. What else? What did I do? We had lunch. I just came home and decided I would like get some things ready. So I'm going to have some activity flutter away in the shop soon. So my shop sale on journals ends on April 8th, and then I'm going to have some new stuff that's popping up into the shop at minimum on April the 12th, because I have a make-along going on right now for the first week of April on Patreon, and the product of that make-along is going to be in the shop on the 12th. I didn't check the width of these. They can only be 4.5 by 7.5. So we have to lose a little bit. I'm going to lose the bottom. And I'm going to keep those little bits because they're pretty. I'm hoping to get all these papers in my book press for today so that Nedra will be ready to go and I can start working on her. Have a lot of ephemera making to do for this book, although I'm hoping I can use some of my pre-made ephemera as well from my lovely month of mass making. I know I have a few things in mind. Did I just make this skinnier? I did. I made it 4. That's okay. That's okay. We'll have one a little smaller. I often need like a middle page anyway, so maybe I'll fold this one the opposite way and it'll be like our pretty little middle page. So I got distracted there. Distracted. Okay, then I think these need to just trim a little bit. Yeah. And they're already under 7.5, which is perfect. 4.5. These pages are misshapen, it's funny. Okay, now this one is a stamp, a page from an old stamp book, and I thought that would be kind of nice in Nedra. So this can only be 7.5, so trim from both edges. 7.5. There we go. This cute little page. So this one I think is just fine. I think this one also, well, it might be a little wide. Let's see. A little bit. This one. Okay. And then these pretties, I want to use a few of those, but you know what, I'm going to use my dyed papers first because I obviously need those nice blank pages in there. And then I got to count how many pages I've got in my signature because I don't want to go too chubbaroo. I've been catching up on YouTube videos. What have I been watching? So, I watched 2 videos from Red Parrot last night, from Mary Ellen at Red Parrot, making her coffee journal, which looks really nice so far. And I watched her thrift haul video, where she got some nice goodies. she's much more responsible than me when it comes to saying no to thrifting. She's a well-behaved she's a well-behaved thrifter. And what else have I been watching? So I saw Louisa Heinzel announce on YouTube that she's now an official maker for Tim Holtz, and that's pretty awesome. I sort of felt like that was coming because she was really like focusing on, you know, doing a lot of Tim Holtz kind of activity, right? And I was really blown away, and I really liked it. Was really up my alley to see her journal that she did where she turned his like studio into a journal. That's totally my kind of thing that I would, sculptural journals are my thing. I haven't made one in a little while. I think the last one I did was maybe, well, after I did the Baba Yaga journal with the dangling legs, I did the mushroom journals that had those mushroom kind of knobs on the front that I sculpted when I was just getting sort of started in making my digital collections, my mycology digital collections, and my I forget, there's another one, I'm forgetting the name of it already. It's like a forest people kind of journal, but anyways, yeah, so I did a bit of sculptural stuff there, so it really kind of appealed to me, and so I was happy to see her do that. And then this morning I watched the latest studio kind of update video from Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. And she got lots of nice new stuff for her studio, new tools and things, which is great. Oh, ignore my fingers. Especially my weird looking thumb and this spray. This is all spray paint. Just don't ask. Don't ask. And I also have been watching Storycraft from Priscilla at Release the Craft, and she did a Puss in Boots video this week that was really good, and I loved it. She did my Mass Make March, which was awesome. Her format for doing it during her Storycraft videos was so good. If you haven't yet seen her Storycraft videos, I mean, I assume you probably know about Release the Craft and Priscilla. She is one of my muses for sure. I love her, and she's an amazing digital designer and artist, and just all-round cool person. And she does these Storycraft videos where she's essentially researched, you know, a lot of classic stories. She's done Beauty and the Beast recently. She's done Puss in Boots. I watch all of them. I love them. And she puts a very funny spin on things, and she kind of reads them in a way that's like more modern and kind of contextual, and I really enjoy them. I think they're really fun. Also, she has a great sense of humor, and that's awesome. Okay, let's get all these strippies out of the way here. Now, we got quite a bit going on here, so let's, before I trim any more papers, let's put these in. Oh, I had the funniest time this morning. So we were planning, like, we were getting ready to go out for the morning and afternoon. So my husband was like doing something, and I was in the living room with my son. So we have like Amazon remotes on our televisions, like the Fire TV stick, because it just kind of makes things easier for us, like, you know, to turn channels and access all the smart apps and stuff. So my son, he knows that there's like a voice, so there's a voice command button on all the remotes. There's like a blue button on top, and so you can, instead of, you know, going to search for your show, you can, you know, use a voice command to look for a show. So he uses that sort of for all different things, and somehow the smart device understands his 3-year-old baby version of like whatever he's trying to say, and so most of the time it's good. But you know, the funny thing about kids is they also dynamically somehow can do the weirdest things. Like my son I have a phone, like a cell phone that I have with my job, and we have to have it password protected. My son somehow, through his strange baby key sequences, is able to unlock my phone, and I have no idea how. He doesn't know the password, but it's through some other way. And so that's one thing he does. Then, you know, when he talks to the smart device about the television show he wants to watch, like he'll say, you know, a tube, and like it listens to him and it finds YouTube. And you know, he'll, like, the way he says SpongeBob SquarePants is very hard to decipher at this time, but he loves that show. And it's like, I don't know, the device just knows what he wants and it finds it. So, but he's done all these other weird things. So we have a Ring doorbell. We also have some other cameras that are like blink cameras that are set up like in our entryway, like security type cameras, right? In our backyard, that kind of thing. So somehow he, like, I mean, this is awesome, okay? He set up the cameras on the TV, and they're like picture in picture. So if you want to now have your camera set up, like maybe you're waiting for something like a furniture delivery, and you know, you have a little bit of like prepping to do, like opening both your front doors or something, you know, it's great. And so or if you want to like surprise somebody when they come to the door, like a party, you know. So yeah, he somehow programmed it to do that, like, you know, not intentionally, he's a baby, but like, it was the funniest thing. And then this morning I'm sitting with him, and he also whispers into the device. And the Amazon products, like when you whisper, they whisper back at you, because like they know maybe you have someone in the room who's sleeping or something like that, right? So they also whisper. So he has created a shopping list. Like you can make a vocal shopping list, like say, you know, you want to remember your shopping list, and then you are at your television or another smart device in your home, you can add things to your shopping list. And then when you're at the store, you can look it up on your phone and be like, oh yeah, what was on my shopping list? And it will bring it up. So my son has an entire whispered shopping list of random things that he has said into the remote. So like he'll hit the button and somehow get into the shopping list, and then he'll start like whispering random things. So the weirdest thing about it is the first several entries that go down are just random words he says, like two, doggy, one was poop, one was cuddle, one was blanket. So I'm sitting there listening, and like sitting on the couch with him, just listening to this whispered like poop, cuddle, doggy, cat video, and like all these things being whispered, right? And then all of a sudden you get down a little further and it's like chicken, and then a bunch of like recipe ingredients, like 6 ounces of oregano. Like, so the device has tried to translate whatever it is my son has been trying to say into this remote. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So yeah, babies and technology, it's actually a super interesting and weird thing. So the other thing is, like, in the morning when he wakes up, like, so we had a little tiny TV in the room that has now become his room before, like, we decided that, like, so we didn't like buy our baby a TV, but like there was already a little TV in there. It's just a small one on the wall, but he uses it. And so sometimes when he wakes up in the morning, he'll go and he'll find the remote and he'll turn on his TV instead of just coming downstairs. And so, you know, he'll sit and watch like a little, you know, little baby video or kids video or something. So, so then he also, for some reason, started saying into the remote, like it would search on YouTube, like he would somehow have gone into the YouTube app, and then he would say chicken. And there's a video that plays, and I think it's called like EJ Makes It or some kind of like a YouTube channel that is like a weird, like not that good, honestly, cooking channel. It's this guy, and he's making a slow cooker chicken recipe that actually looks super disgusting. It's like very old school, like 4 cans of like condensed chicken soup, raw chicken breasts, celery and onions and all these things. So from my son saying this video has like become his algorithm. So now whenever he says chicken into his remote, this video begins playing, and he's now watched it a whole bunch of times. Because, like, you know, children with their little forming brains, right, when they see something that is interesting to them, that they, you know, it's like an accomplishment that he found it for him, right? So like he keeps watching it like all the time, and now he's like reciting it to me. Like he'll sit at the table and he'll say chicken recipe, and then he'll be like chicken and brock, 4 stalk celery, an onion chopped, like 4 cans of chicken soup, and like it's the weirdest weirdest situation, but I'm like, okay, this is okay, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's just super funny. Okay, so anyways, let's take a look at what we've got going on here. So signature, first, I don't know what order they're going to be in yet. I haven't decided. 1, 2, you know, I may throw actually this on the front of here. I just love it. I was going to use it for ephemera, but I think I want to make it a page. 1, but then we're going to need something in here too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, a little chunky. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's steal 1 page from this. Maybe that. This one had 9, right? No, it was this one that had 9. Did I stick something else in this one that was an extra? Actually, I like that as it is. Let's not steal from it. It's fine. They don't have to all be the same. Like, I may add 1 of these in here. It's a nice thin paper anyways. I'm not too concerned about the girth of it. I just need to trim it down a bit. Okay. That would be a cute little page in there. You can go in between these ones. Good. Yeah, and last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. Okay, so I can put another one. I need to wash my hands. Oh my gosh, this thumb. The troll thumb. It's spray paint. I'll show you what's going on. You may already be guessing if you already watched another video I've recently made here. You might know why my thumb has been spray painted. Here. Okay. So let's just grab Nedra and see how that looks and feels before being pressed. And take that out for a sec. I think it's fine. Oh yeah, that's great. Perfect. Okay, so we'll put this in the book press, which is behind me on my sturdy table. I have a big metal book press. I'll put these back. They'll get used someday. I don't know if there's maybe one in here that I want to add. Like, there's a little stationery page that I thought was really cute in here. This one, I think, this little bitty one. Yeah, let's put that in there. It's really cute. Go in here. Right there. Alright. Let's set these over here. And what do I have to do now? Those got to go in the book press. Oh yeah, you know what? While I'm here, let's take a look at my letters. So this is why my thumb is painted from these. Remember, I was making these. If you watch my video, yeah, I've got to, I need to dry these ones. They're just about ready. So, pull them apart here. Maybe I'll just hit them with the heat gun now. I'm getting quite a collection of these. I'm almost done. I just have probably one more tray to do of these. I've just been kind of doing them in the background, like as I'm working on other things. I also need to film flip-throughs for the VHS journals. I'm going to get that happening. Okay, that's good. Now we'll just give them a little more air time. All right. Now what? I have some fussy cutting I need to do. And then this beautiful thing, I'm trying to decide if I want to have that be like a fussy cut on my title page, which is where did I put those pages? Oh, here. Yeah, those need to get in the journal. The original book pages, right? I was thinking of putting this on like the book plate page, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I need to get these in here too. They need to get trimmed a bit though. I think they're definitely a bit wide. Even though they're from the original book, I like to take a little bit off the edge, because when you put journal signatures into a book, even though they came from the book, they are never going to go back in as deep and tight against the spine as they were originally packed in, right? So it's just not going to happen. Now, this definitely I want to add a little reinforcement to, and I'm going to look to my specific washi tape I like to use. I have a couple of them that are like higher end, so I don't have to add glue to them. Here's one, two. I gotta grab another one out of my bin. I think I have another one, but these two definitely will work. I'm going to use this one for this page. Just a nice, like, neutral. Okay, that's pressed. Good, good. I'm not going to do both sides, just one. We don't need both. It's not like super weak. I honestly didn't need to fully reinforce it, but I wanted to. Okay, so what do I want to use as my first signature? I feel like this one is just so pretty. I love that. And then I could make this the second page, but I think this is the fat signature. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no, it's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, it's not fine. Hold on. We gotta take that stamp page out of here and put it somewhere else. I don't want too many chunkies in here. Also, I'm gonna move that here like that. Okay. That's fine. Now, before I put these away, I may need to look at what other neutral pages I need. But yeah, I'm good with that being the first signature. So this will be number 1. I need my stickies. There they are. Let's do this now. While we're here. 1. Then let's go with a floral ledger. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can add this in here, and I feel like I'm going to need a little more neutral paper too. We'll see. But this can be 2. Whoops, what did I do on that end? 2. Alright, so 2. Yeah, we'll add another of these to that. Because that's glued onto there, so yes, okay. This one, it does not require, well, let's do a little reinforcing. Also, I just want to use this pretty washi. There's calamity going on upstairs. I don't know what. I think my daughter is playing her recorder, and my son has no love for that thing, or he always wants to take it from her. So yeah, there's about to be a bit of noise probably while my husband sorts that out. I've got to go upstairs soon and sort out some dinner. My son is pushing the kitchen chair. You can probably hear that. I'm guessing he's trying to get something off the counter. So I'll probably need to wrap this up soon before I hear my husband like getting overtaken by babies. He's like such a pillar of patience, that man. He's a very patient guy. That being said, I'm sure he's like, okay, it's time to get up here. He knows I'm finishing up though. Yeah. We have kind of a schedule that we go back and forth. Okay, 5. Signature 5. There we go. I think I'll put this one in between there. Yeah, okay. And that actually neutralizes things a little bit, which is good. So yeah, this is going to go in the press. These are good to go. I don't need to do more with them. I'm happy with the kind of girth of this pre-press. I can tell it's going to be good. So I will plunk those in the press, and then I will come back and show you the next step when I get there. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me again as I work on Nedra. I'm probably going to start working on the cover today, tomorrow, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.